welcome to another episode of Tub Talk. We're at it again. This is we took a day off, but you wouldn't know that because it's coming out every other day anyways. So yeah, it's another day in paradise. This is episode 23. I said that right here.
23. The GOAT.
Yeah, the GOAT, LeBron James or Michael Jordan, whichever one you decide is your GOAT in your opinion. I think those are really the only two for top two in basketball. I mean, you can maybe argue Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but I'm sure some people really think that Larry Bird could be up there, but he's not. But Michael Jordan or LeBron James, one of those two are going to be your GOATs, I think, of all time for basketball. So,
not mine.
Not yours?
Nope.
Why? Who's your basketball all the time?
Dennis Rodman.
Oh, Dennis Rodman. That's right. Yeah, we got a few episodes to go to get to 91. So when we're there, we'll go over that. But anyways, this is Viz.
I'm Sable.
And yeah, so we're gonna talk about a little bit of the GOAT in the game since we're on that one. While we're on the subject, there was no pre-rehearsing to this one. It's kind of like came up with. I said pre-rehearsing. That's just taking out re. You know, I think that's a new word.
We just were like, oh, well, the number, hey. Again, Truman Show, where you see numbers, there's signs.
So, GOAT in the game. I think we're going to have to take Old Man Logan out of the conversation because he's a legendary. So I don't think we can count legendaries or Dark Dimension tunes. I think would be fair.
Oh, man. I mean...
So, GOAT.
I guess Black Knight, but now I just saw...
Ooh, Black Knight is there. Okay.
I literally just unlocked the North Star.
North Star.
And I was T4'ing him. Yes, D3, I used all my T4s.
And he neuters.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he takes charge. Oh, so he's a direct counter on defense, so you definitely don't want to use Black Knight against that team.
I mean, you could, but it's
Weaver,
just going to be a free-toning tank.
Like anybody who gains charges.
Yeah, Weaver's not going to get her charges. Yeah, that's interesting. Now, does he stop charges altogether? I can't remember the kid. It's been a while.
I thought it said he couldn't gain charged if he didn't have exhaust.
Okay. So if you don't have exhaust, they can't basically spawn in with charges. Yeah. Is that what it is? So they can still gain. So yeah, that's an interesting one. Yeah. All right. So
I'd have to research
GOAT in the game, and we're not talking legendaries, which are scourges, and we're not talking the dark dimensions, but we can say old legendaries because they're super easy to get, and we're just talking about the scourge ones. So, I mean, Red Hulk in that group, and Black Cat in that group, Old Man Logan is the new group, I guess.
That's another one you don't want to use. Don't use Gamma against that team.
Yeah.
Red Hulk may not gain charges.
Right. Well, Gamma actually does pretty good against it, but
I don't know. I guess Black Knight might be...
I think Black Knight?
The top. I mean, we don't have the true one, Mephisto, but that he doesn't count anyway. He's Dark Dimension 2.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean...
So, mine, I think, right now, so we'll argue, that's fine. That's what this is for. Let's have a little debate. So, you're going with Black Knight. I'm going to go with another Knight, but the Void. Void Knight, I think, would be mine, not counting legendaries. Now, if we can count, like, the older legendaries, I would say Omega Red. Let's just say no legendaries, period. And let's just go with normal characters. And... yeah, no DDs as well, so...
I guess I don't really think of him because he's kind of easy to destroy, but...
yeah, he's so amazing.
He's pretty versatile.
But yeah, so Void Knight, that would be mine, I think, right now. I think he's the best character that's not one of those two types. And you say Black Knight. So, if they were to play each other...
I usually win in Arena when I go against them.
Yeah. I would need a team around me to get around Black Knight, for sure. I mean, that opening ability block would be nice, and to flip everything. So I'm taking your taunt away and giving you ability block, but you're hitting me back with trauma.
Yeah.
And then you're ability blocking me, right? Because this next turn will be ability block. So then I'm ability blocking, so I'm basicing... probably the next time that I'm going into you, my basic does nothing. And then you're AoEing or adjacent attack, right? With the ult. No, because you're ability block too, so you're basicing back at me.
Yeah.
Which yours is unavoidable and it puts trauma. Yeah, so you definitely get the upper hand. So it's the team around it, I think, that's going to make that battle. But yeah, I think if I'd argue, I would say Void Knight. But I'm kind of leaning with you on Black Knight. That was a good grab. I was like, whoa, boy, who am I going to go with against that? Because he's thick. Now, there's another difference too. So your Black Knight, super hard to get red stars on, Dark Dimension credits, and diamonds. Mine, very easy.
Yep.
Very easy.
I mean, really, another one would be Ghost Rider Robbie. With the amount of bleeds he can put out?
Yeah. The problem is he's the last generation of health, so I don't think he can stand up health-wise.
It's crazy that not even a 6-month-old tune is already out of date.
Yeah, and once you put ability block on him, like, he's basicing the whole time, and
he shrivels and dies.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not really too much once you get to him. It's not getting to him and let him get those charges and then blowing up stuff that's the problem. Now, he does mess with me on Arena because he will blow up and he'll kill my old man Logan, and I'm like, oh, there's no revives. You know? Oh, that was a good sound. I gotta love when the jets do that, huh? But, those were the jets, we swear. No, you don't need to edit it out. It's funny. That was a funny sound. But yeah, he gets those 5 charges, and he wipes out my old man Logan. He doesn't come back. I get pissed.
That's usually the Arena team I have problems with if I see Robbie.
Yeah, Robbie.
You gotta pick and choose. Like, okay, who do I go for first? Robbie, old man Logan, especially if they have Sus.
Sus, APOC, and Black Knight.
Black Knight, yeah.
That's usually what I see, yeah. And yeah.
I don't know, I've been sitting pretty. I think I dropped to 34 yesterday, so.
I was at 19 when I got on today. They haven't touched me. They have not.
Well, there's no events coming up, so normally I drop farther when there's events.
Yeah.
People need those cores, but there's a lot of core spending going on right now.
Yeah. So, in the comments, go ahead and put who you think your GOAT is right now. Not counting Legendary, not counting DD.
I could make it funny, but I won't.
What?
Minerva.
Minerva? Yeah. No Minerva.
She used to be, like, the month she came out.
Oh yeah, dude. Using her in Dark Dimension 3 was like the go-to. Like, you had to have her. She's amazing.
Hopefully they'll put her and, give her a day to shine.
Because she was your favorite.
Making Inhumans. I know I love Minerva.
Yeah.
Minerva, Sabretooth.
Yep. But yeah, so let us know who your GOAT would be right now, as far as not DD, not Legendary, go-to character, most nodes. Like, I'm putting Void Knight on defense. I do that with Black Knight too, but with Black Knight I can use an offense, and I see a lot of the upper alliances using Black Knight on offense. I use Black Knight sparingly in Arena, but I do use Black Knight, and I definitely see Black Knight, and it's a terror. I mean Void Knight, but Black Knight I use in every Arena offense, absolutely. I use Void Knight in raids, but we don't use Black Knight in raids. So, I mean, there's, one there. So I think they're pretty even across. I think that was a good pick.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see how the uppers are using Void Knight on offense, because they don't show.
They don't show that.
It's got to be a counter for a team nobody can get through, or a Mephisto counter of some sort.
And it's got to be something with Secret Defenders, because I don't ever see them use Secret Defenders anymore.
Yeah.
Never do.
There's certain ones that...
It has to be Void Knight, Secret Defenders, and something that they're using to counter something.
Gotta be Mephisto. It's the only one.
Could be. Could be, because I see Emma being used, so it's not with Emma. So, I see Kang being used, so it's not with Kang. So I don't know who the other person would be. But you always see Void Knight on their bench when they search through to look for things. And they're trying to fight these teams, and they never use them. So, it's some secret, super secret code that they got going on they don't want to share with the rest of the people, and that's fine. But that's fine. Do that. Absolutely. You're more than welcome to, but it makes it more fun for us to try to figure out what you're doing too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, don't show people. Don't let people know.
But at the same token, if you can help people, help people. But then again, we wouldn't have had 70 defensive wins in our war if they would have even looked at what we used to counter their shit.
Yep.
They could have destroyed us.
No, we did really good this war.
We did. You had 8. I had 7 wins. Like.
That's right. Who had the bigger D? Oh yeah.
Only this time.
Yeah, this time.
Because they went through me first.
This time. It wasn't about the size of my D, it was how they used it. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Just remember that. Your mine might be bigger, but mine got more use.
Yep. Mine just got bigger because I just spent 30 million gold.
I know. It's crazy.
Oops.
30 million gold on 2 characters. Yeah.
Might have been like 3.
Was it 3?
I did some Spider Society bullshit.
Oh, that's right. You did that before.
And then I got him up to 16.
And then you started upgrading
15.
Canadians.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, same for last.
He's an elf.
It's an elf?
He's got elf ears. It's an elf.
Yeah.
He's like a Lord of the Rings tune.
I don't know. I just don't. He might be one of those non-binary. I don't classify myself as this, that, and the other. I mean, he's gay, but I don't know if he's gay. He could just be like pan or whatever. Maybe he has some creature type as his human species. I have no
He's
idea.
got elf ears.
Whatever it is, he's fast as hell too. So who knows? But.
So he's the Canadian Flash.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Canadian Quicksilver.
Yeah.
To keep it Marvel.
Canadian Quicksilver would be more, yeah, absolutely. That would be more like it. I mean, he's even mutant, so. And he's on a team full of mutants, and Wolverine's his teammate. So, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Even Canadian Quicksilver, you can go with that. Yeah, totally. Even with Quicksilver kind of goes with the Avengers, but yeah, Canadian Quicksilver. That works for me. Yeah.
Wasn't Quicksilver, what's his bucket's son?
Magneto.
That was in the,
Quicksilver's Magneto's son, yeah.
It was,
Pietro.
he went,
Maximo.
yeah, and he went and broke out the other dude. Was it Magneto he broke out of the prison?
Yep.
Yeah, because there was no metal.
Yep.
That's right.
Raindrops keep falling on your head. Yeah, that was hella funny. I think that was the Raindrops song.
I think so.
One of those. But yeah, no, that was really funny scene. Absolutely. Running around, moving all the kitchen supplies and stuff. And then, yeah, that was pretty good. So yeah, go put it in the thing, tell us who you think it is, and yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah,
So-
shout out to who? Was it LA? Who got they spotted what was added?
Oh, that was
2
Zim.
episodes ago. Zim?
That was Zim. Zim noticed that I was freaking ripped, yo!
Somebody got
I
a new
was yoked.
avatar.
Yeah, I got a new
He's no
avatar.
longer fully dressed in clothes.
No, I
He's
took my
hot
shirt
dog.
off. You
Yeah.
get to see what I got packing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look
You
at
don't
you.
get to see the D, but you get to see the O. Yeah. I don't know. I just
Yeah.
went with something. I was
Yeah.
ripped.
That's what was added.
Yep, that was what was
I
added.
don't think anything else was added.
No, not yet.
If it was unintentional.
We'll do something fun this time. Put something.
Maybe if I remember. 90% of the time I don't remember, I was supposed to add something funny to this video.
Okay, 23 add something. Remember that. There you go. Bink.
Oh, yeah.
Done. It's in your brain. You're going to remember now.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know, like, it'll have to be something funny. Something. See, maybe.
Basketballs floating in the water.
Yeah,
beach
who knows?
balls
Whatever you
instead.
want to do. Yeah, just something fun. And then they can figure out what it is and let us know if they've seen
I
it.
mean, I added the Marvel Strike Force logo to the one.
Right?
I think that was 20. Then I took it away.
You took it away.
No, it's mine.
So war today. We had a good war. Good war win. Speaking of war, we were talking about war. Good war win. I think we played pretty well as a team. We had one person with like 3 attacks. But, it sucks because that person is not going to get the individual achievements for the thing. But at the same token,
Which
like,
is how you
I
unlock
can't sit
North
there
Star.
and wait and see if maybe you're going to attack in that last hour
Yeah.
and hold off because we were full clearing. And if you're not able to get on and, we
Yep.
don't full clear and then they all of a sudden come through, like, it's a loss. And if you don't have teams to counter certain things, then you're getting losses. That's closer in efficiency, so that could be a loss. So
Yeah.
I
I
always
don't
tell
understand
people,
why
like,
they put the unlock on a alliance-based event.
yep, never
They
makes
should have
sense.
switched them. It should have been the ISO spending as the individual person to unlock.
Yeah, never makes sense to me. Absolutely never makes sense. So,
Yeah, like I said, and now he's going to be behind because you only get 24.
right.
But you're going to have to do 14 next war and more the next.
10 and 11 gets
Yeah.
it. He has 21 right now. Yeah.
Like, and you can't be bothered to do 3 this time? Like,
Well,
You're
yeah,
gonna be
you have
hurt
stuff
and-
come up. Yeah,
Yeah.
it sucks when
It's
life
just-
happens.
yeah.
And when you got a job that's needing you to be somewhere and you can't
Yeah.
get on, like, I get
it's
it.
hard to base events on that. And if your alliance is super competitive. Like some of those big wigs probably full clear within an hour. If you don't get on and get your 10 attacks in within the first hour,
right,
you ain't getting an attack.
And it's like, I totally get how it is too, because I work in a facility and I do double backs, and so like, I get off of work. It's like, say, okay, war starts at 6, right? So I get off, or I go to work at 3 if I'm working in double back. I go to work at 3, so I miss out on the first part. I'm there until 11. All right, I get off at 11. I got to drive home. My drive's short, but imagine if your drive's longer. If you got to drive 40 minutes to an hour to work,
LA, yeah.
Then you don't have time to play there. You get home, you're talking 12 o'clock, 12:30 at night. Maybe 11:45 at night, and you got to be back at 7 in the morning for me, which means another commute. So that means you're getting up at like 5 to go to work. So I mean, what, are you not going to get 5 hours of sleep, 4 hours of sleep? So then you go back to work, and then you get off at 3. So then you got the other hour drive. Well, what if you need to get something from the store? Right,
dinner.
If you have to meet somebody.
5 o'clock and you've got 1 hour
Yeah,
left
it's like, I totally get it, and I understand. And the time frames on it, like, I get you can move, and you can do different time frames, and maybe go to a different line. But what if you don't want to? What if you're comfortable where you are? And so it just sucks that you're in that kind of thing, and I don't know. It's just one of those modes that sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't. And it kind of got to deal with it for a little bit. And they're good people. They try their hardest. They get on. They do their shit. I'm not holding it against them. It's what it is. Now,
when there's an alliance event, it's different because you've got 23 other people to help get all those attacks.
Right.
But when it's a solo one.
When it's a solo, and you have to do an alliance-based thing, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. And it's just the same like when they did Crucible and it was towards the Alliance. We've got people who don't play it. Flat out don't want to play it. The rewards are not worth the time and effort you have to put into that mode.
Yeah, right.
And the fact that it is so long.
And it's so saturated down in the lower levels, too.
Yeah, because everybody's so tired of it.
Somebody's tired of it.
It's like their seasons need to be shorter.
Yeah.
60-day seasons are ridiculous.
Right.
War seasons aren't that long.
Right. Yeah.
Or maybe they are. No, because they pay out every couple of weeks.
Every 2 weeks, they pay out.
So why aren't they shortening? You can keep the same rules like they do with the war.
Yeah.
Keep the same rules for the 6 months, but shorten the payouts. Yeah. And maybe more people would be apt to play it. But when you're getting the Dark Diamond credits once every 2 months or whatever,
it's forever.
And you don't even get enough to put a dude at a
and
store.
sometimes they postpone that because they're not ready to change
because the leaderboards are fucked up, and oops, we screwed up again.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all the way that they do it, and it's a shit mode that people are happy with playing because they think that individually they were the best players ever.
Yes.
And if you want to be that person, then cool, that's your thing. But I'd rather put those talents that I have in that into war where you're helping your team.
Yes.
Not just self-bragging rights.
And when there's only 17, there's less than a full alliance in the top bracket.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. Whereas you see Gold 3, that's where most of the people are.
Oh, yeah.
That's where most of the people are.
We're dealing with, 70 and 80
Not even Platinum
people.
Anymore. It's less and less as you go to Platinum.
Yeah.
It's all coming down to Gold.
Because losing once is like winning. You have to win 2 or 3 times.
So much. And they messed it up so much. And it could have been way easier. Like, why do we limit it to 3 attacks?
Yeah.
Give as many attacks as they want to do. You're going to have, that way you use your roster.
Yeah.
And if somebody, has a lower ability, they can't clear, then what? They're screwed if they don't get into 3 attacks? Yep. It gives you no freedom whatsoever. Why does it matter how many attacks?
Win for some of those
Just make it like 2 less points every time you attack and give it unlimited attacks. Like, why does there have to be a 3? I don't get it.
And why does losing a tune... You could combat cancel if you lost a tune and go back in and win it outright. And you would get more points than just keeping that attack and losing the tune.
Sometimes,
That's how I lost my last round.
On the turns and all that stuff.
Because I lost a tune and he combat canceled and went back in and cleared it.
Right.
Because he upgraded his tune so then he didn't die.
Yeah, because he got whatever flip
But I one-shot the node and I lose?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Like, come on.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
Yep. No, it's a really bad game mode, to be honest. I mean, they had PvP, and then they're like, nah, this is what we wanted. So they did RTA. They're like, nah, this is what we wanted. Then they Crucible. And they're like, yeah, this is the thing. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, and there were supposed to be like leagues, PvP leagues, and that never happened.
I would almost rather go back to the RTA and do it that way. Like, that makes more sense to me. Like,
Right.
if I want to throw 5 attacks in or 6 attacks in to get my points, like, that's kind of like the way to go with it. And I can do whatever teams I want, and I can do the same team 10 times. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you're seeing the same team 10 times, then
that is
whatever
just
it is, what it is.
When you go in with a 100-power team and you're going against 3 million.
Yeah, because again, your matchmaking sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's not ever going to be a way to fix that because of the TCP bloat that they have caused. You know, like, you can have somebody that's at 13 million that's freaking stacked with the top teams versus somebody at 70 million that has barely anybody leveled up at all, but everybody leveled up a little. So it's crazy the way they've created this issue with their PvP structure and the way that it's calculated, and they can't find a way to fix it.
Nope.
And it hurts those that actually play the thing, you know? Because you see the people like Purple Sticky that really try to play this thing going up against people crazy higher than him. So he eventually just bought an account that was up there, you know? And so to play it.
Or given, we don't know.
Or given, I'm sure he bought. Things. Yeah. He said he got, but, you know, just take the same rhyming word and add it in there.
Yeah.
No
but
judgment.
Again, you didn't build it, so how do you know how it's going to play? You're going to have to take weeks and weeks to figure out this account.
So this melds into situation. We had this war. So we got T-Dub coming back. Great dude, streamer, fun as hell, nice guy, you know, knows his stuff. So he'd been gone for like a year. So his account before he left is like, I don't know, 20 million, whatever. You know, what it was last year, the you know, mid to top of the game, you know? And so he comes back, he gets a new account. Buys, whatever, you know, gets an account. So he's sitting there for war. He's like, hey, I got these teams, what do I use? And I'm looking at it, I'm like, who the fuck put these teams together?
I took one look, I'm like, you need to help him because this is wrong. And I'm like, I don't even know what to tell him how to fix it.
Well, this is the thing, because, like, you don't know what T4s you put into those characters unless you go and you study every single character.
Yep.
So you're basically learning a new game. So then you got to know how to play the tunes because you've never played them before because you just unlocked them at the top. You didn't work their way up. Like, oh, now it adds an ability block on this, or now I get a stun with this T4, or now it rewinds the speed bar with this T4. Like, you didn't get any of that practice. So you're just jumping right in with full on. You know, and so now you don't have time to practice because you're in an alliance that's going, that's already set up and waiting. So now you're behind the 8 ball there too. You know, and yeah, you can throw your girth around a little bit because it's a freaking huge account, but some things come to skill. And when it's like he was complaining that his 3 million team gets beat by a 1 million team, when you put a 3 million hand team together to punch down into a 1 million mercs for money, it's gonna lose. I don't care what it is. You can make that sucker 7 million and it's still gonna lose because of the way it is. But I mean, I know those weren't the teams. So I'm just saying, like, you know, it is what it is. Like, you got to learn the combos and the theory crafting behind war is what's so fun because every room you have 24 people, you have 10 rooms per, so you've got 240 different rooms that could all have completely different teams. Or you could see 24 of the same team in 10 different rooms every single time. And you don't know what you're going to get until you go into that war. And that's what makes it so fun, because these little bit of theory crafting to throw things off. I'm going to put this pre-taunting tank. I'm going to put this one that rewinds speed bar. I'm going to put this one that increases speed bar. I'm going to put this one that increases the speed on my character. This one that decreases the speed on your characters. This one that's fast to go with these ones that are slow. Like, there's just so many things you can do that makes it so much fun. And then when you get into a live war, you're like, holy shit, there's a lot of teams. I don't know what half of these tunes do because I've been out for a year. What do I do? And so then becomes the question, what do you do? What is the right thing if you're coming back after that long? Do you stick with your account that you know? Do you start over from the beginning because your account is not boosted because your account's already at 90 and they said they were going to boost the ones before 90. So your account isn't boosted, so you're going with the slow TikTok up to 100 if you were 90 when you left.
And
so
you don't have access to any of those legendaries that you missed. Like, well, because some of them haven't come back around.
Right, yeah. You're talking about, like, Black Cat, Nova, and
those
even...
are bi-weeklies, but...
Yeah. So, if, you know, you go back, and even Old Man Logan, unless you had him, which in his case he did have him already, but... So if you start over, you got to build all those up. If you had your old account and you missed it, you're without it, you got to wait and you have half of an account.
Because I don't know if he even had a FOC when he left.
Yeah, which includes, like, so say Zugs as well as another one, you know? So, like, or do you buy an account? Which is the better thing? Or get an account, sorry. Have one given to you. Like, what is the better thing to do? Like, what is the best thing? He went with what he thinks the best, and I don't dig him for that. Like, whatever, it is what it is.
But you're going to have to put in the time going into practice when we're not in a war and testing out everything.
Yeah, which I'm willing to help.
Team layouts.
But how many alliances are willing to help these people that are doing this, you know? And they expect you to get in. So then you move alliance to alliance to alliance. So then you're actually falling behind more with a bigger account because people expect you to do it, but you really can't. So they're dropping you and picking up a new one. They don't have patience because a lot of these people, I want 100% 2.3 daily, and I want 100% or 45% of the spotlight daily. And it's like, bro, people have a fucking life. Get off your high horse. So you have these alliances that do that, and they have somebody that like, oh, you got 100 million account. We want you. Well, you don't want him. You want the account. Yep. You know, and me, I'm someone.
Pants a Hulk is right now.
Mine, I was in. You know, we had Vandy saying, hey, you know, T-Dub wants to go over. I'm like, are we sure? He's been out of it for a year. Like, I don't care the size of the account. It doesn't matter to me. I would rather have somebody that is a 40 million account that I know has been playing day to day, that knows this stuff, than somebody that's 100 million coming back after a year. But being that I know who T-Dub is, and I know that he knows the game, and he's a smart individual, not some person that picked up the game for the first time, is like, ooh, let's get a cool, shiny account. That's a big difference, too. Mm-hmm. He actually knows what the hell he's doing, and he can learn fast. So I'll help you. That's fine. But these people that are getting into these sites and getting these accounts that are, you know, 70, 80, 100 million TCP accounts with no knowledge of the game whatsoever.
They just pick their top 5 tunes and go into a war battle, and then their next top 5.
It's like I just feel so bad for these people. Like, you're not getting a good experience at all. You're actually hurting your alliance more than you're helping. Like, you don't know the little things like Stark Tech. Like, you know, if it doesn't have Stark Tech to it. You don't know the little things like at the bottom of the war store, you could buy the extra credits to help with the war purchases. Like, or you can buy the stuff to help with your E5s, even though that's not really useful anymore. But, you know, they don't like know little tricks like that. Like the heroes regular node 1-3, when certain events come around, they have double the thing for half the amount of campaign energy to farm.
One person the other day didn't know uniques were in the raid store.
Yeah, not knowing uniques in the raid store because they're all the way down there. Like, there's little things that people don't know. And now they changed the raid orbs around, so now the raid orbs are at the bottom. So you look and you're like, oh, spotlight orbs, I can open those, not realizing there's ones at the bottom that have the characters you might not have. For Ultimate's food, basically. That's what those are for. But there's just so many things you don't know that you're having to learn, and that huge, like we've been playing forever, so that huge, the load in. Mm-hmm. Not knowing that loading in Vulture or Taskmaster to the far left to get the speed bar to go to everybody who loads in afterwards, that's a huge one.
Yep.
And they don't know that do the other way, they get stomped. You know? So there's just so many little things that people don't know about the game that are getting these accounts and sticking random teams on Arena. Like, I'm seeing teams with, like, Kree. Kree at, like, 200. You got Kree, Captain Marvel. Like, yeah, cool, it was a cool movie. Cool.
So they got given a big-ass account.
But that's not an Arena team.
Right? Why?
Like, yeah, you got diamonds. It's probably the diamonds they have on their accounts. And so they got the diamonds on everybody, sitting at, like, 200. It's like, you're just going to fall down in Arena and then wonder what's happening. And you don't know any better. Because you're new to the game. And it's just like, oh, boy.
I would be looking, okay, well, what's going on in Arena defense? If it's a defense I have a hard time with, I put it up and see what happens.
Yeah.
Not some rando. Like,
right, well, there's people that don't even know how to do that. They don't realize there's a set defense button, probably.
Probably.
You know what I mean? They don't even know that exists. So, like, well, how do I get my offensive team to become defense? Because in some games, the team you use on offense is also your defensive team. Not in this one. They can do totally different things. Because I know DC Legends was that way. What you use on offense is what is on defense.
Because they don't know what it's going to do.
Right. And so, like, you know, the people that, because DC Legends ended like a year ago, so those people are coming to the game. I'm sure some of them bought accounts because they have money, you know. So buying these accounts, doing these abilities, you know, it kind of screws you over because you don't really know what you think you know. So yeah, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. I'm kind of in the middle, but what is your opinion? What do you think? Do you think it's better to start over new, stick with what you got, or go ahead and look for something new? Like,
it depends on probably how much time you're willing to invest.
That's true too.
You know, invest in testing, invest in looking up, reading into what counters are, what the rules are this war season.
Yeah.
Even Crucible has changed.
Yeah. Yeah. If it is in around when you were playing last, and on how long you were playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like an old as time mode. It's relatively new. You know. So.
I remember when we didn't have Sim Blitz.
But yeah, totally. But yeah, pretty good war. We had a good time.
Yeah, we went neck and neck there for MVP. I didn't get it,
yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah, I went 13 for 14 with 172 mil, and I had 8 defensive wins with 4 boosts. She went 14 for 14 with 116 mil, 120 mil, somewhere around there. 7 defensive wins and 5 boosts. So I was like, I don't know, it's going to be close. I think you might get me with that 14 for 14 because that's usually the multiplier for MVP.
Yeah.
But we'll see with MOP. I think I got that because...
You got the damage.
Yeah. I had the damage and then I had defensive wins as well.
You've got to put in a column for offensive team power.
Defensive team power, you mean?
Whatever, yeah. That's what I meant.
Yeah, what you have on D?
Yep.
Yeah, I need to figure out a way to factor that in, but it's just going to be so hard to compute powers on each one of them.
We'll just look at the first number, 1 million, 2 million, or round up. It's a 1.9, it's a 2 million.
But still, every war I got to put it in.
Yeah, I know.
For every team that does it. Because it's not just ours that does it. This is an easy way to get
the top. The top.
But how do I know who's the top until it's in? Yeah, this is the best way we got to do it without the devs actually doing something, because they could go in and program something that says what your defensive power, it adds it to it, gives it a percentage-based thing so that you can add that to your overall to see who is the overall better.
Is the MVP. Yeah. You know, when you've got 120 million sitting on your defense,
right?
I don't know that it is, but I mean every room is a 2 point something and above. I've got like 4 or 3 millions. I don't know. 10 times it's 30 million.
Yeah, we're talking 30. Yeah. Maybe. If everything's 3 million, that's 30 million. Yeah. So
20 mil. I got at least 20 mil sitting on my D.
Probably. Yeah, I would see. Yeah, that higher. I would say you have 30 mil because some years are over 4. So. But yeah, it's kind of a fun little thing we got with our MOP. I like it. If I can remember to do it, I like it. It's just a pain typing it all in. I wish there was a faster way to do it, but there's really not.
Copy and paste the numbers.
I know, you showed me that, and I can't do it on my screen. I got to do my phone, and I don't want to have my phone to do this because Excel sucks on my phone.
Screenshot it and just go copy and paste it.
Yeah, but it'll take just as long for me to 10 key it. I'm quick with the 10 key.
I know you are.
I like that 10 key. My thing is the mouse going back and forth. That's kind of a pain. Or when somebody upgrades right in the middle of me doing it and it jumps to the top of the war results, and like, God damn it, I got to scroll and then come off the page. And
oh, you just take a screenshot.
Yeah, I've been doing that lately. It's smarter. Yeah, rotate, screenshot, got it all there now. Yeah, I like that. Then I can just scroll down with the scroll button, and then I don't have to worry about coming off the page. So it's kind of cool. And I got people helping me out with those too. A lot of people do the screenshots and send them to me. That's appreciated. I do appreciate that. I try to get them entered in. I don't know if I got the Beginner Alliance. Well, it's not beginner anymore. I mean, we're doing Doom 1 now. We're almost in Doom 2. Doom 2 weeks out, I think we're Doom 2.
I think that didn't even come out until what, year 1? After year 1 to year 2?
Doom?
3?
Ooh,
I don't know. It was a long
probably 3.
time.
I bet it was 3. And now we've got Incursion 2 too. Like, it's crazy.
I swear the first 3 years were snail's pace, and then these last 3 have just exploded.
Yeah, remember how getting that last node in U7 was such a like, yeah, we did it.
Yeah, finally we got there.
And it was Bob, we miss you, Bob. It was Bob that got that final, the first time we 100%ed U7.4 to go to U7.5. And it was Bob that got the last node. So, yeah, it was like, that was a while ago. Things change, things stay the same. Still got the same bottlenecks when people upgrade too fast.
Yep.
Still got the same gold crunches when people upgrade too fast. Still got the same glitches and bugs in the game when they put new events out because people don't product test.
Okay. Well, how many updates have there been and ISO still doesn't affect Phoenix?
Yeah.
Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, Dark Phoenix doesn't have ISO. Neither do your summons from like Kingpin and such.
Yeah.
Dude, if I could give Rhino Striker when he spawns in from Doc Ock, that would be amazing. I would love that because I love having that Striker. But nope, can't get ISO on summons. That'd be kind of nice to be able to do. That'd be a fun thing.
Great, even great.
I would love it. Or like the clone from Sinister to have ISO would be rad. I don't know. It's just something to do. It's something that they could do. I don't see why they couldn't, but they just don't. They want to go back.
It's not quality of life that the Wells and Krakens are going to complain about.
Yeah, they want to go back and fix old stuff. They want to bring out the new hotness.
If it's something that the big time spenders in this game have a problem with, it gets fixed relatively fast.
Or if it's something that's going to cost them money.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get it done quick. Mm-hmm. But if something that's just going to make it easier for us,
No, we're good. We'll wait.
It's drag. Well, I mean,
they still haven't gotten rid of the red dot fucking thing. They're probably blaming that on the phone update again.
Wait, your red dots?
Oh, my red, yeah.
I don't have a problem.
Yep.
As long as I refresh the game, I don't have a problem.
Nope. Refresh, go in, still. It's still there.
Wow, that's interesting.
There's some, and I'll scroll through the entire flipping mailbox. Still there.
Interesting. Have you done the latest update? Have you uninstalled, reinstalled?
Yeah, and it was even before my phone just update, because my phone did just update,
Hello,
but I was
my
still
name is
doing
Pac, and I'm here to help you. Customer service. Have you reinstalled the game? Uninstall, reinstall.
Dude, if I uninstall it, I'm not reinstalling it. It's over. If you tell me to do that, you have just lost a player. Because you can fuck off.
You're such a dork. Oh my gosh, it does nothing. Just fixes the cache. Have you emptied your cache?
Yes. I'm not a moron.
Are you a moron?
Press 1 if you're a retard. Press 2 if you don't understand what I'm asking. Press 3 if you're offended by the word retard. Because if you are, then you need to look it up in the dictionary and understand context of when the word is being said as to whether or not it's being used in a disrespectful way.
Press 4 to fuck off.
Press 5 and we'll put your phone on vibrate and help you with that.
Firmly place phone between legs. Press 5 repeatedly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. There's some things. It's like, it's whatever. It just kind of like became the norm. So that's what a person buying an account. What is this red dot words? They're going to open every orb. Like, bro, it just happens. They wouldn't know that either. They think their phone's breaking. Like, what's going on? I know where's the orbs at? Yeah, they wouldn't know.
What do I got? You could find? What do you mean I could find?
They wouldn't know. Oh, I'm going to core all these premium orbs.
No.
Oh my gosh. Oh, look at these character shards for 450 cores in the supply store. Oh, I'm going to core that. No. Yeah, no, there's just so many things newer players wouldn't know coming back, but you gotta learn them. You gotta learn them.
Maybe I could make a Cores for Dummies chart.
What, hoard them all? That would be yours.
Well, you know, like what smart investment to spend cores on.
Yours would be nothing.
Well, you spent 100 of my cores on stuff today, thank you.
I did.
And then I went and spent another 200 to get my last orb so I could unlock the fuckface one Doofenshmirtz.
Yeah.
Deal. To get him to put him on my D.
Yeah. Are we gonna call him a condom now?
But I'm still over 20K, so.
You have no problem. 20K freaking power cores.
Yeah. Well, I was at 35 before Candapool came out.
Yeah, well, you're not
so
there anymore.
Excited to be over 30. It's the first time I've ever been over 30.
I don't know how that's a goal. That means I'd be wasting out on resources. That's what that means to me.
What? I got nothing to farm. I farmed the entire campaign nodes for all of the ABCs, SBCs, the blue balls, whatever those are called.
I know you. So it's funny because you are very much like these players that come out and they're like, "Oh, I got 5 teams. I got 5 teams. I can do incursion." And it's like, because your TCP, if you actually used your resources, you'd probably be up there with no peace with T-Dub at the 100 mil.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really wanted to. Because you're always like, oh, I'm out of this, I'm out of that. I have 100, gold orbs and nothing to spend them on. I've got 30,000 power cores and nothing to spend them on. I've cored everything. But it's like, then level people up. Like, just level randoms up. Like,
if they're on my War D, on my arena.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You're type specific, which I get. So where's your P-Force at?
They work at the level they're at.
I got you. Bigger is better.
Yeah, but then I'm punching down and it's a waste in war.
Nah. A waste or easy mode?
I don't need easy mode.
That's what D3 does. He does easy
mode in life, not in the game. Like,
yeah. Yeah, no.
I'm okay with certain modes having a bit of a challenge.
I like punching up. That's fun to me.
Yeah, and I can't because my teams are so fucking huge that I'm going in with a sledgehammer to hammer an attack.
Yeah, well, I mean, you hit the attack pretty damn hard. You don't see it anymore.
Yeah, I throw it through the damn wall.
Right.
Now I got a nice window in my wall.
Yeah, totally.
Which is fine if I wanted a window there.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't want a window in my bathroom.
It'd be awkward.
Exactly.
Oh, hi, neighbor. Just taking a shit. Nice to see you.
There's somebody to talk to when you're blitzing on the toilet, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, where do you guys blitz at? Toilet. Toilet's the best place to blitz. If I had all accounts there.
Yeah.
If I only had one account, I'd definitely blitz on the toilet.
See, I walk around the house and do it, but then again, I'm more coordinated than for X-Man, Weapon X, Commander X. Somebody with an X in their name. Who was it? LA? He was trying to do a war attack, and he was walking from his car to his house, and he tripped.
Oh.
And fell on his face.
Oh.
And
I didn't
lost
see that.
the war attack. It was in the War Channel. He was talking to you about it in game too.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I saw X-Man talking about it. His wife worked at a psychiatric hospital once.
It was just today.
Oh, I didn't see it.
You responded to him.
Did I?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Was I awake?
Yes!
Are you sure? I had a graveyard last night.
On the couch watching the David Letterman show.
Huh. Are you sure I was responding to him?
Maybe.
Because I think I was talking about war attacks.
And then he said he told the story about tripping and falling in the War Channel, and you're like, oh, I didn't see it there.
I still haven't seen it.
And then I told you about it.
I still haven't seen it there. I still didn't know.
I
think you told me about it in your head, but not out with your actual mouth.
I don't know. I do that a lot.
Yeah.
Just voices in my head talk to me all the time.
Press
Cody Rhodes song. Voices in my head.
That's wrong guy. It's Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
You were close, though.
Whatever.
You're close. You're close. Same body type, sort of. Same lineage. But yeah, different.
It's the one that won. Who's got the hot wife. His voice. His song. He just won like the belt. The tattoo on the neck.
That's Cody Rhodes.
That's Cody Rhodes. That's not his song?
It's not his song.
Oh.
No. I hear voices in my head. That's Randy Orton.
Oh, that's the big buff dude.
Yeah, it's holding the Viper.
Yes.
It looks like a snake on his face. Yeah. His dad is Bob Orton. Yeah. Yeah. That's
not the
Randy
American
Orton.
Nightmare. The American Nightmare, I like it.
Not Cody Rhodes. No. He has lineage too. Yeah.
But anyway.
His dad is Dusty Rhodes.
I'm pretty sure I said it out loud.
Brothers
I don't know.
List.
But yeah, so I can walk around and blitz.
Yeah. Yeah, you haven't stubbed your toe in a while.
No, I don't think so.
Not in a while.
Not since the last time I broke it, stubbing it on something.
That or your knee, one of the two.
My knee is still messed up.
Landing like a superhero.
Yeah, superhero poses don't work. But it was either land on my knee and avoid hitting my head on the coffee table, or land face first into the coffee table. So I tuck and rolled and landed on my knee.
I would have punished that coffee table.
No. Split second decision.
I mean, I'm not a pretty looking guy anyways. Fuck it. I'm going at it and see who wins.
It wouldn't have been as pretty. That's for sure. But hey, maybe I would have gotten new carpet because I would have bled all over the carpet.
Oh boy, that would have been scary.
Yeah.
That would have been scary. I would not have liked that. I probably would have passed out.
So I would choose the broken, busted up knee over a head wound.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't think I could take any more head wounds. Brain damage. How do you say that word?
Dane Bramage?
That's it.
Yeah. Dane Bramage. So I think that's enough for this one. Speaking of brain damage, my gosh, we've been out here in the hot tub long enough. I think they were starting to get brain
We
damage.
probably cooked ourselves.
Yeah. So please tune in. Please tell a friend. Please hit like and subscribe. All that normal stuff. Y'all know the song and dance. But till next time, I'm Viz.
I'm Sable.
And thank you very much. And peace.